Good evening, all of you. Welcome, you guys. Welcome, you all. Welcome to Unacademy. Welcome to the EMT. So, let's start our discussions, all of you. The last class we have completed, we have seen the capacitance analysis, we have seen, right? The last class we have seen the capacitance analysis. Everybody tell me. I think we are live, so will you please check, is my audio video is clear or not? Tell me, all of you. I think we are live, so right? Is the audio video is clear to all of you? Tell me. Fine. Chalo, let's start our discussion, everybody. The last class we have seen the capacitance calculation, we have discussed. Last class we have seen the capacitance, we have seen the calculation of capacitance due to the different type of capacitors we have talking now here, and we have discussed about the parallel plate capacitor, and we have seen the relationship between the capacitance and the resistance relation we discussed here, isn't it? Let's continue our discussions now. And before this, we have a small announcement from Unacademy. So we are starting the new batches for GATE 2024 के लिए we are starting the new batches, and you can find the top educators of Unacademy, you can find here. So we'll provide you the best thing here, you can able to follow these batches, and by using a code of BV Reddy you can join in the Unacademy, so to get the best possible content from the top educators by using a code of BV Reddy. Next, here these are the batches we are starting for ECE GATE 2025 के लिए भी हमने शुरू करे, and you can see now these batches. Now these are the batches for electrical के लिए, you can see now electrical batches, and from December 21st onwards we are starting a new subject, networks, and you can find the top educators team, you can find here, right? So this is December 21st onwards we are starting the networks, and you can able to follow these batches. And there is another huge thing here, here there is a huge price drop, so try to utilize this opportunity before it going to expire. And as you might see, recently the IRMS, the government has released for the IRMS notification, so for that also we are starting a new batches. You are starting from December 18th onward, we have started the new batches, you can follow these batches. And these are the batches we are doing for the mission, so IRMS for CSE mains के लिए you can find the top educators team, you can find, right? So there is a price drop for this UPSC and GATE ESE combination, so you can utilize this opportunity, 39% discount is there. And this is exclusively for GATE 2023 aspirants, and we are providing the complete free mock test, so that you will get to know your mistakes and all. So this next coming mock test is on January 8th, and you can use a code of BV Reddy to enroll for these batches, to enroll for this test series. This is a completely free test series, anybody can participate here. And chalo, last class we have discussed about the dielectrics and all, we have discussed all these things. If you have any doubts, let me know here. If you have any doubts, let me know. Let's continue our discussions, all of you. This thing हमने discuss किया. चलो, next one, cylindrical capacitor. The next one, cylindrical capacitor. Take down, that is capacitance of a cylindrical capacitor. The next one is capacitance of a cylindrical capacitor, and this is the cylindrical capacitor. Cylindrical capacitor means what now here? Coaxial cable. The best example for cylindrical capacitor means coaxial cable. Coaxial cable means, you might see the CRO probe, you might see now. Everybody has seen a CRO probe. CRO probe is a coaxial cable. See here the probe is a coaxial cable. Now we are going to find the capacitance of a cylindrical capacitors. Now how the cylindrical capacitor is, look at now here, it will contains two cylinders, inner cylinder and outer cylinder. Two cylinder it will contains. So this one is covered by the other. Let us call this radius of the inner cylinder. I am calling this thing as A, and the radius of the outer cylinder, which is equal to B. This is a cylinder, so then it will have some length hoga na. This is a cylinder. Try to visualize properly. This is my cylinder. Let us say we have some length is there. I am seeing the top view. We are seeing the top view. We can see two circular conductors. We can say inner conductor and outer conductor. And the gap between the two conductors we have now. This is filled with some dielectric. Gap between these two conductors is filled with some dielectric. And I think you might see in your I think all of you might see the coaxial cables. In the TV cable also you might see we have one inner conductor, thereafter which is covered by one white layer. One white layer you might see. Hana boliye, aap dekha ki nahi bolo? Which is covered by one white layer. That white layer is a dielectric. That white layer is a dielectric. Okay. Fine. Now let us call this length of this coaxial cable, which I am calling this thing as a L. Length is how much we have considered as a L. Now, yes. Now I want the capacitance of this coaxial cable. Now the capacitance of the cylindrical capacitor, which is given as C, and which is equal to C, which is given as 2 pi epsilon L by ln of B by A. Capacitance of the cylindrical capacitor, which is given as 2 pi epsilon L by ln of B by A. This is the capacitance of a cylindrical capacitor, where L is a length, and A is the inner radius and B is the outer radius. Now generally the coaxial cables are very long in length. So instead of defining the capacitance, and I am defining one term that is called as a capacitance per unit length. I am defining. That is C by L, capacitance per unit length. And so tell me now here, which is given as capacitance per unit length, which is given as 2 pi epsilon by ln of B by A. Since it is a distributive parameter now, I hope all of you might be studied in the power system, the distributive analysis. Since the capacitance is distributive in nature, which we used to analyze the per meter length we used to do. So with the units of what I can say now here, farads per meter. This is the capacitance per unit length of a cylindrical capacitor. Everybody tell me. Capacitance per unit length of a cylindrical capacitor. Done? Now let us analyze in more analysis, deep analysis here. Now, and try to visualize properly here. Consider this is a inner cylinder, and this is a outer cylinder, and this is a outer cylinder. All of you, C is a inner cylinder. Visualize properly. So this is my cylindrical capacitor. We have very long length we have now. Right. Inner cylinder. What is the radius of inner cylinder, you tell me? So here radius of this inner cylinder, which is equal to A, and the radius of this outer cylinder, this radius is B. Now this is the cylindrical capacitors. Now tell me what is the capacitance, you tell me? Capacitance of a cylindrical capacitor अभी ने हमने देखा. What is the capacitance of cylindrical capacitor, you tell me now here? C equal to 2 pi epsilon L by ln of what we can say now here, B by A. Everybody tell me. So it has some very long length. So here this length, which I am calling this thing as a L. Is it fine? Now ध्यान से देखो इधर मैंने क्या किया इधर. Now मैंने क्या किया इधर. So the medium, where what is this epsilon is a medium between this region and here इसका दोनों का gap में we have the medium ना, that is filled with some dielectric epsilon. That is filled with some dielectric epsilon से मैंने fill किया. But लेकिन मैंने क्या किया, so here मैंने पूरा medium एक ही, so I didn't fill the complete length of complete whole with a single medium. I had divided into the different parts. I had divided. मैंने क्या किया here? So try to understand here. Try to understand now here this thing here. So ऊपर part, नीचे part. ऊपर part, this is assume that I have filled with one type of medium. This I have filled with some medium of epsilon 1, and below part is filled with some other medium of epsilon 2. And this length is L1 and this length is L2. Understood all of you? Tell me मैंने क्या किया. कुछ part मैंने epsilon 1 से fill किया, second some part I have filled with epsilon 2. Two different medium से मैंने fill किया. I have just considered two medium. The same thing we can analyze for the any number of mediums also we can analyze later. For the first of all we'll understand for the two medium के लिए क्या कैसा लिखना. We need to analyze it. Fine. अगर आपने ध्यान से देखा तो मैंने कुछ ट्रिक बोला ना इधर, क्या बोला. So अभी हमने we need to analyze what are the variable parameters हम देखना पड़ेगा. We need to analyze what are the variable parameters. And अगर आपने ध्यान से देखा तो here, so this is here L1 plus L2, which is nothing but total length of a cylinder ना. L1 plus L2, which is the total length of a cylinder. अभी बोले इधर what are the variable parameters here, tell me. अभी आपने बोलिए, so what are the variable parameters here? Which are the things variable here? So which are the things are variable, इसको हमने group करो and constant को here अलग करो. बोलिए now here what are the variable things here? Now here this is, you see this thing here, A value B value changes or not? A value B value no changes. Radius of inner cylinder outer cylinder not changes. But लेकिन what changes now here? Here epsilon changing or not? Epsilon changing, L changing or not? Epsilon changing, L changing. Medium changes and length changes. बाकी parameters constant है ना. So इसीलिए मैंने क्या लिखूं बोलिए everybody. So what I need to write now, tell me now here the capacitance, overall capacitance C, which is equal to variable parameters को consider करो. And 2 pi is a constant now, tell me. 2 pi is a constant. 2 pi by, and you tell me now here ln now B by A, this term is also constant now. Why? Because A value not changes, B value not changes. That's why this term is constant. इसके बाद now you see this thing variable parameters here. Epsilon 1 changes ना, tell me. Epsilon 1, so इसीलिए मैंने these two terms changes ना, so epsilon and L को combine किया. एप्सिलॉन चेंजेस एंड दिस, इसका एप्सिलॉन 1 का लेंथ कितना L1 ना, इसीलिए इनटू L1 लिखा, बोलिए। एंड एप्सिलॉन 2 changes ना here second medium and we can make this as a length L2, बोलिए, आना बोलिए। 2 pi by ln of b by a into epsilon 1 into L1 plus epsilon 2 into L2. Is it fine? Is it fine, all of you tell me? Now here मैंने क्या किया, so here, so this part is filled with some medium, this part is filled with some other medium, इसीलिए so ऐसा हुआ। Let us consider, मान लो अगर मैंने ये दोनों को एक साथ, सो हियर आई हैव फिल्ड कंप्लीट पार्टी सिंगल मीडियम से मैंने फिल किया। इफ आई फिल्ड विद द कंप्लीट मीडियम, एक ही मीडियम से अगर मैंने फिल किया तो क्या होने वाला, टेल मी। एप्सिलॉन 1 इक्वल टू एप्सिलॉन 2 होगा ना। अगर पूरा मीडियम एक मीडियम से मैंने फिल किया तो एप्सिलॉन 1 एप्सिलॉन 2 इक्वल होगा कि नहीं, बोलो, हाँ ना, बोलिए यार। Yes. Now you tell me now here, if epsilon 1 and epsilon 2 have filled with एक ही मीडियम से मैंने फिल किया तो ये दोनों बराबर होगा ना। अगर ये दोनों बराबर है तो हमको कैपेसिटेंस क्या मिलेगा, आप ही बताइए। So now you tell me क्या होने वाला, इधर you tell me now 2 pi into epsilon 1 epsilon 2 are equal, so I can take epsilon will be equal, we can take outside now here, एंड इसके बाद इधर क्या मिलेगा, टेल मी ना भैया, L1 प्लस L2 आएगा बाई, टेल मी ना भैया, आई कैन से दिस इज Ln ऑफ B by A होगा ना, बोलिए। L1 प्लस L2 which is nothing but L ना, टेल मी। सो देन क्या होने वाला, टेल मी अभी, दैट इज 2 pi epsilon L बाई, टेल मी ना भैया, Ln ऑफ B by A। सो तो असली फॉर्मूला आया कि नहीं, बोलो। अगर सो ये फॉर्मूला आया कि नहीं, बोलो। आना बोलो यार, कभी तो हाना बोलना पड़ेगा। सो अभी सो हियर नाउ, अभी आप सो हियर ये हमारा एनालिसिस सही बोलेगा। देन लाइक दिस, सो इसीलिए कभी कभी टाइम सो हियर हमें क्रॉस चेक भी करेगा, सो इसीलिए विल क्रॉस चेक आल्सो, ताकि हमको अगर हमने कुछ गलत ना लिखा, गलत नहीं करेगा, क्रॉस चेक भी करेगा। एप्सिलॉन 1 एप्सिलॉन 2 इक्वल टू, बोथ आर इक्वल, क्या होने वाला, सो हमको असली फॉर्मूला आना पड़ेगा। डन, सो हियर नाउ कैन यू टेल मी नाउ, एक कौन सा टाइप कनेक्शन है, ए सीरीज कनेक्शन या पैरेलल कनेक्शन होगा, ये व्हाट टाइप ऑफ कनेक्शन होगा, टेल मी नाउ, ए सीरीज कनेक्शन या पैरेलल कनेक्शन, आप बोलेगा, क्या बोलेगा, बोलिए। What type of connection I can say, a series connection या parallel connections, series connection parallel connection। हमने yesterday have discussed the series connection parallel connection identify करने के लिए कुछ बताया, कुछ डिस्कस किया। देखिए इधर, now here this is we have a cylinder and you tell me now one conductor we have given a positive supply। अगर इसको मैंने पॉजिटिव बोला तो हियर बाहर कंडक्टर नेगेटिव आना बोलेगा। अगर इसको मैंने पॉजिटिव कनेक्ट किया, दिस इज अ नेगेटिव होगा कि नहीं, बोलो। अगर आपने ध्यान से देखा तो इस सारा दिस कंप्लीटली द नेगेटिव, इसको पूरा मैंने नेगेटिव टर्मिनल कनेक्ट किया, इसको मैंने पॉजिटिव कनेक्ट किया, बोलिए। नाउ अगर आपने ध्यान से देखा तो इधर यू टेल मी नाउ हियर, ये पूरा एक ही कंडक्टर है कि नहीं। तो अगर इधर हमने डिवाइड किया बट लेकिन दिस इज सिंगल कंडक्टर ओनली ना, एंड दिस इज आल्सो सिंगल कंडक्टर ओनली ना, सो कैन आई ट्रीट दिस थिंग हियर, इसको एक कनेक्शन हुआ। So these two we have connected, I can say, or not? Abhi bolo now how I did the connection now here. All positives connected. This is, and what tell me, this is the positive, this is the negative na, and this positive we have connected. Hana boliye. Positive and positives connected. Positive connected. And this is negatives connected. Positive connected, negatives connected. So एक कौन सा टाइप कनेक्शन यू टेल मी? अगर पॉजिटिव कनेक्ट किया, नेगेटिव कनेक्ट किया, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ कनेक्शन इज इट? बोलिए यार, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ कनेक्शन आई शुड कॉल दिस इज ए? पैरेलल कनेक्शन, now tell me. Parallel connections, right? Is it clear now? बोलिए. And in parallel connection, so what the scenario you tell me? हमने कुछ cause भी discuss किया, tell me now yesterday. In parallel connection, so what happened you tell me? Yesterday हमने discuss किया इसके बारे में. In parallel connection what happens? Voltage तो same आई, voltage same आई, electric field same आई, चार्ज डिवाइड होगा, करंट डिवाइड होगा. ये हमने डिस्कस किया ना. ये प्रॉपर्टी इधर भी वैलिड होगा कि नहीं? बोलो. ये प्रॉपर्टी इधर भी वैलिड होगा ना? Then so since it is a parallel connection, voltage same, electric field same, current same, and then what here? Right. Done. अरे यार, so here, so comment करने वाला, so here ये उनका मर्जी ना. Here never think about the things. First of all, so I used to say simple thing. I used to say here हमेशा learning के लिए. So जो faculty discuss करने वाला, so here सभी students has to think about सर ने केवल मेरे लिए टीच कर रहा. So ये बात मान लो. Everybody has to think. If you really want to learn, you need to feel that now here. So sir is teaching only for me. So here बाकी को, so बाकी के बारे में मत सोचो. So here sir is directly talking with me only. आपको ये सा फीलिंग होना पड़ेगा. Sir is teaching only for me. मेरे लिए टीच कर रहा. So here, so अगर को, so here, so मुझे कोई so समझ में आया तो then you need to so here and आप response करना पड़ेगा. अगर आपको कोई समझ में ना आए तो here आप तुरंत डिस्कस करना पड़ेगा. बाकी लोग भी आए, so remaining fellows also there. So if I ask some doubt, some funny doubt or some silly doubt, what the other fellows will think about me, and so here they will think that I don't know anything. So एक सारा बात छोड़ो पहले. Remember, only thing is you have to, I am teaching only for you. Whoever the fellows are willing, learning, so those fellows I am teaching for them. So the student has to feel it now here. So sir is teaching only for me. That is a thing you have to remember, everybody. Then if you remember this thing here, you will be learn, you can able to learn anything you can able to learn. Is it fine all of you? बोलिए. This point clear to everybody? चलो हम आगे बढ़ेगा. Next हमने, so इधर we have connected, so इधर मैंने, so here how I divided this capacitors now. ऐसा मैंने divide किया ना, ऐसा काट किया. ऊपर पार्ट एक, ऊपर एक पार्ट, नीचे एक पार्ट. Now let's move to the next one here. Another type of division भी हम discuss करने वाला. And इधर कुछ खास बात, you need to remember these things. One thing you need to remember. Yes. Now this is my cylinder. This is the cylinder. Yes or no? अगर if I see from this side, so how it is visible for me? अगर आपने ये देखा तो, ये स्टॉप व्यू में देखा तो आपको क्या दिखेगा? बोलिए. हाउ इट विल लुक लाइक फॉर यू? टेल मी. हाउ इट विल लुक लाइक फॉर यू? यू टेल मी नाउ. then you can able to see this thing as a circle. आपको दिखेगा ना? Tell me. Cross section you can able to see. हाँ ना बोलिए. And this is the inner conductor having the radius is how much? You tell me now. A. And this is the outer conductor you can able to see now. Having this radius is how much? You tell me now. B. So you tell me now, what is this thing here? What is this thing? Is it a cylinder or circle? You tell me pehle. What is this thing? Is it a cylinder or circle? असली ये this is a cylinder. असली this is a cylinder, but लेकिन ये कैसा दिखेगा हमको बोलिए? It will appear like a circles only. Two concentric circle जैसा appear करेगा, but लेकिन these are the cylinder, two coaxial cylinder. Is it fine all of you? अभी देखो इधर, अभी देखो इधर मैंने क्या किया इधर, you know. So what I did now here, मैंने this A is inner radius, B is outer radius. मैंने क्या किया? So मैंने कुछ have taken one more thing I have taken here. Now मैंने क्या किया इधर? So here from A to B. So this is I have taken one more radius. I have taken this radius. I am calling this thing as a C. This radius I am calling this thing as a something C. I am calling. Now मैंने क्या किया? Now here the here between A to C I have filled with one type of medium. A to C I have filled with one type of medium. And the C to B मैंने दूसरा medium से fill किया. बोलिए. Between A to C have filled with one type of medium and C to B have filled with another type of medium. हाँ ना बोलिए. Is it clear? बोलिए सभी को. A to C one type of medium and C to B is another type of medium. As a result, so क्या होने वाला? कैपेसिटेंस चेंज होगा कि नहीं? बोलो अभी, बोलिए क्या होगा? So कैपेसिटेंस लिखना पड़ेगा इसके लिए. C, which is given as what we can say basically, that is 2 pi epsilon L by, tell me now here, ln of, tell me now B by A. This is the formula. This is the formula B by A. Now अभी आपने ध्यान से देखो इधर. Look at now carefully. Now you tell me what are the variable parameters here? Can you tell me the variable parameters here? What are the variable parameters now here? Is the radius of the cylinder changing or not? Radius of the cylinder is changing or not? Previously now here A to B से मैंने केवल एक ही मीडियम से फिल किया. अभी मैंने क्या किया? इसका बीच में so have filled some other. So you tell me now here radius is changing now here. Previously this is completely एक ही medium. But now I have filled with this part is one medium, this part is other medium. I have filled now here. So radius को change होगा कि नहीं? बोलो. Will the radius will changes or not? Yes, that means radius changes. And out क्या changes? Epsilon changes. So which of the things are variable? So उसको combine करो. Now मैंने कैसा modify किया ये formula को? Now this is 2 pi constant. Length of the cylinder change नहीं होगा ना? Length of the cylinder not changes, you tell me. Then after what I am writing now, this epsilon, which I am writing this thing as ln of B by A by epsilon. हाँ ना बोलिए. Can I write like this? Ha ha ha. Is given as a 2 pi epsilon 2 pi L by ln of B by A by epsilon. हाँ ना बोलिए. चलेगा ये फॉर्मूला? बोलो. Shall we do right like this ना here? अभी आपने ध्यान से देखो इधर. Now you tell me now. See, now I need to write the two parts. We should write now here. अभी बोलिए now here. So this is 2 pi epsilon is a constant है ना? It not changes. 2 pi L is a remain same na? 2 pi is same and L is also same. And what changes you see carefully. Now so if you take this as a this one first one here, इसके लिए क्या होगा? Tell me now. Capacitance now here. नाउ अभी इसका ये वाला दिस इज द effective distance or not, tell me how much we can write now, tell me now here, which is given as this part ln of, so here in this case इसके लिए, so here a is what you tell me in this formula, a is what now, a is a outer radius and b is a, so a is a inner radius, b is outer radius. now अभी केवल इसको देखना पड़ेगा, so इसमें, so you tell me which is the inner radius, which is the outer radius, ये tell me इसमें. So which we can write this thing as, which is equal to ln, now what I can say now here, c by a by epsilon 1. Is this point clear? C by a, and this is filled with epsilon 1 medium ना, इसीलिए plus c is outer, c is outer, c is outer radius, this is a, yeah, this is a, this is inner radius, this is a and this is c. okay, a c में देखना पड़ेगा, a is a inner radius, b is, c is outer radius here. now tell me now बाकी क्या बोलेगा, which is given as ln, now what I can say second part. now here in this part इसका बीच में which is inner, which is the outer, you tell me which is inner, which is the outer, we need to say ना इसका, इसके लिए. so here b is what you tell me now, outer, and c is inner, you tell me, by epsilon 1. बोल epsilon 2 ना, this second medium. बोलिए ये बात क्लियर हुआ कि नहीं, बोलो सभी को. आया कि नहीं, बोलो. आया? सो चेक करिए, अगर सो दोनों मीडियम एक साथ कंसिडर करके चेक करिए. so here let us consider epsilon 1 is equal to epsilon 2 is both are equal. कंसिडर करके चेक करो क्या आएगा. कंसिडर करके चेक करो क्या आएगा. epsilon 1 is equal to epsilon 2, कंसिडर करके चेक करो क्या आएगा. epsilon 1 equal to epsilon 2 equal to epsilon, कंसिडर करके चेक करो क्या आएगा. असली फार्मूला आना पड़ेगा ना, चेक करो अगर असली फार्मूला आएगा कि नहीं. so tell me now c, which is given as what, you tell me 2 pi epsilon, okay epsilon remove किया, 2 pi L by, so tell me now here, so here what I am getting now here, this is ln of what we can say now here, c by a, so here plus ln of what we can say now here, b by c. now this epsilon same now here denominator में, so then c what I will get now here, which is equal to 2 pi epsilon L by, tell me now here log a plus log b, so what we can say now here, ln of c by a into what I can say now, b by c होगा ना. फाइनली क्या आएगा बोलिए, 2 pi epsilon by, tell me now here ln of b by a. आया कि नहीं बोलिए, आया कि नहीं बोलिए. अगर दोनों मीडियम से सेम कंसिडर किया तो सो ये ओरिजिनल फार्मूला आना पड़ेगा. आया कि नहीं बोलो. दैट्स ऑल. नाउ यू टेल मी नाउ एक कैसा टाइप कनेक्शन, यू टेल मी व्हाट टाइप ऑफ कनेक्शन इज इट, ये सीरीज कनेक्शन या पैरेलल कनेक्शन बोलिए. एक कौन सा टाइप कनेक्शन, यू टेल मी सीरीज या पैरेलल कनेक्शन. तो यू कैन एबल टू आंसर दिस थिंग विद द एल फॉर्मूला से भी आंसर करेगा, आप डायग्राम से भी आंसर करेगा. सो यू कैन एबल टू आंसर दिस थिंग विद फॉर्मूला से भी एंड डायग्राम से भी. मैंने बोला ना हियर इनर को मैंने पॉजिटिव किया, आउटर को नेगेटिव किया. इसका बीच में डायलेक्ट्रिक है ना, सो द डायलेक्ट्रिक को क्या होगा, इधर इट विल बी ए नेगेटिव होगा एंड इधर दिस इज अ पॉजिटिव होगा. इजंट इट? अगर आपने ध्यान से देखा तो इधर you tell me now here this, yes, negative is connected to positive. Negative connected to positive means what type of connection is it? Negative is connected to positive means what type of connection, you tell me now here. That is called as a tell me, that is called as a series connection हुआ कि नहीं? So what type of connection, you tell me now, this is a series connection हो गया. नाउ ये फार्मूला से भी वी कैन एबल टू आंसर. अगर आपने ध्यान से देखा तो इधर, सो नाउ दिस इज माय सी एंड व्हिच वी कैन राइट इट एज, अगर एक बार 1 बाई मैंने ले लिया तो क्या होगा, यू टेल मी. हाउ टेकन दिस इज 1 बाई सी व्हिच इज गिवन एज, टेल मी व्हाट हैपेंस नाउ, 1 बाई व्हाट इट इज नाउ, टेल मी नाउ हियर, व्हिच इज इक्वल टू, that is, so this is ln of c by a by 2 pi epsilon 1 होगा ना. मैंने सही किया? I think no. This is c which is given as whole thing, which we can write this as 1 by, this is ln of c by a by 2 pi l1, 2 pi epsilon 1, isn't it? Epsilon 1 into L plus ln of, this is what we can say now here, b by c by 2 pi epsilon 2 into L. चेक करिए. So this, which we can write this thing as 1 by c, which is given as, which we can write this thing as, what we can say now here, 1 by c1 plus c2 होगा ना, where this is what we can say, tell me now here, 1 by the whole thing which is nothing but 1 by, so this thing which will come it as 1 by c1 plus 1 by c2 होगा ना, tell me, check करिए. So this is nothing but c1 ना, tell me, 1 by c1, this is nothing but 1 by c2. ये सारा मैंने राइट साइड ले लिया तो क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई किया तो ये आएगा हमको, बोलिए, चेक करिए. So from this also we can able to say now, this is what type of connection is it, you tell me. This is what type of connection I can call, series connection now, tell me. Done. चलिए. Now let's move the next one here. दूसरा तरीका. Now here also, and here this is my inner cylinder. The radius is how much, you tell me now, A, and this is my outer cylinder, this radius is B. Inner cylinder and outer radius, outer cylinder the radius we have taken it as a ABs. Now मैंने क्या किया, इधर मैंने क्या किया, previously we have divided the length wise and here it is a radius wise. Now I am dividing the some other manner. Here what I did now here, ऐसा मैंने divide किया कुछ part. Now so here यहाँ से अगर मैंने 0 consider किया तो here, so this part is what we can say phi 1 मैंने divide किया, and then this is what we can say now here, this is 0 to यहाँ तक phi 1 होगा, and यहाँ से यहाँ तक this is 2 pi ना here. So इसको मैंने कुछ दूसरा मीडियम से मैंने फिल किया, दिस इज माई phi 2 से फिल किया. समझ में आया आपको? बोलिए। Try to understand carefully. Try to understand carefully. So here one part from 0 to something 5 मैंने, so here we have filled with one type of medium से मैंने fill किया, and this is part one type of medium epsilon 1, this is another type of medium epsilon 2. Here if you see carefully, this is phi 1 plus phi 2. How much you tell me? Which is equal to 2 pi now, as we know. So complete sphere, complete circle now, it is a 2 pi. Everybody? Now you tell me now इधर अगर आपने ध्यान से देखा तो इधर मैंने फॉर्मूला दिया ना, सो दिस इज C इज इक्वल टू, टेल मी ना हियर 2 पाई एप्सिलॉन L बाई ln of B by A. इधर you tell me now what are the variable quantities here. इसमें what are the variable parameters, you tell me. What are the variable parameters here? So length not changes, radius not changes, but what changes you see this thing here. Here this is the parameter changing. So 2 pi. Phi limits are 0 to 2 pi now, here that 2 pi से आया. Now here what should be now? This phi value changes. So here phi value changes, epsilon also changes ना. So इसको दोनों को combine किया मैंने. So you tell me what I can write now here. C, which is given as. Now you tell me now here what I can say here. This is, that is now here L by ln of B by A. This is not changes now, tell me. And you tell me what are variable parameters. यहाँ तक, so this is phi 1. This medium is epsilon 1, right? Plus, and यहाँ से यहाँ तक, this, how much this angle, you tell me, phi 2. This is what type of medium now here? Epsilon 2 से मैंने fill किया this thing. So that's why C, which is given as, what we can say, tell me now here, phi 1 epsilon 1 L by ln of B by A plus phi 2 epsilon 2 L by ln of log B by A. बोलिए, चेक करिए ये आया कि नहीं, सभी को बोलो. Now so let's do verify also this thing. अगर मैंने दोनों को एक मीडियम से फिल किया तो क्या होने वाला? If the complete part is with a single medium, then what happen, you tell me. If the complete part is single medium, that means what we are doing now here, if epsilon 1 equal to epsilon 2 which is equal to epsilon हुआ तो क्या होने वाला, बोलिए. जब पूरा मीडियम एक मीडियम से मैंने फिल किया तो क्या होने वाला, अभी बोलिए क्या होगा. Now you tell me now this epsilon. So here epsilon 1 epsilon 2 both are equal, right? So क्या होने वाला my capacitance, now tell me. Now the C will becomes what? Now you tell me now epsilon 1 epsilon 2 both are equal. So this is what I can say, epsilon L by, tell me, ln of B by A होगा. इसके बाद क्या आएगा इधर now here? This is the phi 1 plus phi 2 होगा ना, tell me. A phi 1 plus phi 2 is nothing but what you tell me, 2 pi. So then असली फार्मूला आया कि नहीं, बोलो अभी. Which is given as 2 pi epsilon L by ln of B by A. बोलिए सभी को ये आया कि नहीं, बोलो. हाँ ना बोलो यार, कभी तो हाँ ना बोलना पड़ेगा ना, अगर आपको समझ में आए तो. आया कि नहीं? Done. Now you tell me now here, what type of connection is it? What type of connection is this? Now you tell me now what type of connection is this? ये कौन सा कनेक्शन है बोलिए. What type of connection is this here? JK bowl. Now, so which we wish to give? So, अगर this is a positive and this is negative consider किया तो, now you tell me now here, this is single medium only ना? This is completely one conductor only. Now you tell me now here this is the positive, this is negative ना here. ये सारा positive को connect किया, connected ना here सारा negatives को भी connect किया ना. Tell me all of you. So what type of connection होगा now? This is now ये तो parallel connection हो गया. So what type of connection is it? You tell me. This is the parallel connection. बोलिए. Done everybody? Hello? Next one. Spherical capacitor. The spherical capacitor. The spherical capacitor, it will contains two spheres, two concentric spheres. Two spheres we have. This inner radius we are calling as A and outer radius is B. They are the two spheres. And so here inner को मैंने positive दिया and outer को negative supply दिया मैंने. Inner, so here positive and negative. Now the capacitance of the spherical capacitor, which is given as that is 4 pi epsilon by 1 by A minus 1 by B. Capacitance of the spherical capacitor is given as 1 by 4 pi epsilon by 1 by A minus 1 by B, where A is the inner radius, B is the outer radius. A is the inner radius and B is the outer radius. If outer radius tending to infinity as B tends to infinity, if the outer radius tends to infinity as B tends to infinity, then we can call that sphere is called as a, which will call this as a isolated sphere. Then we can call this as, what you tell me, isolated sphere. Now can you tell me the capacitance of the isolated sphere? Capacitance of the isolated sphere, which is given as, what I can say, tell me, that is 4 pi epsilon into A. This is the capacitance of the isolated sphere. This is the most important. So many times these problems on this thing came. Capacitance of an isolated sphere, which is given as 4 pi epsilon A. Fine, all of you? Done? Chalo. Now here also let us start analyzing the division. Now look at now here. I have, this is my spherical capacitor we have, inner sphere. And this is outer sphere. A is the inner radius and B is the outer radius we have. Okay. मैंने क्या किया here, इसका बीच में, so we have taken some certain radius. So मैंने यहाँ से यहाँ तक, this radius let us say call C. Now this part is filled with one type of medium epsilon 1 and this part is filled with another type of medium epsilon 2. epsilon 1 epsilon 2 मैंने ऐसा fill किया. अगर मैंने ऐसा fill किया तो, so now I want to find the capacitance of this part. Now I want to find the capacitance of this region. We need to find. Everybody. Now as I told, the inner one we have given a positive, this is a negative, so this side will become a positive hoga, sorry, this side will become a negative hoga. Now tell me, a negative hoga, this is the positive hoga. Now tell me the capacitance. Now here the capacitance which is given us, tell me, 4 pi epsilon by 1 by a minus 1 by b. All of you boliye, 4 pi epsilon by 1 by a minus 1 by b. This is my capacitance. अभी हमने देखना पड़ेगा what are the variable parameters here. Which are variable parameters? You tell me now. Epsilon तो changing. What else now here? Radius changes or not? So इसीलिए मैंने ये फॉर्मूला को कैसा मॉडिफाई करो बोलिए. Which is given as 4 pi not changes, and here what are the variables? You see this thing here. This I am writing it as 1 by epsilon into 1 by a minus 1 by b. Check करके बोलिए. हाँ ना बोलिए. Can I do like this? 1 by epsilon. So if I modify this thing, we'll get back the original formula. आना पड़ेगा. अभी देखो इधर, the overall capacitance what I can do here, where the C which is given as which we can say this is 4 pi is a constant. अभी देखो इधर, this first sphere का क्या है? So this is filled with a epsilon 1 medium ना, so that is epsilon 1. Okay, 1 by epsilon 1 into what we have here. Inner radius is 1 by a, and outer radius now in this case c na here, that is 1 by c. Boliye, tell me. Plus 1 by epsilon 2 into what I can say, tell me now here. 1 by inner radius which is equal to what, you tell me now here, c. Now the outer radius which is equal to b. Boliye all of you. Why you want charge here? First of all, you tell me why you want charge. Now consider the plus minus. You are talking plus minus. These are the potentials, not the charge. Plus minus, those are the potentials, not the charge. Yes. So here generally we do the connections now here. Inner को positive देगा, outer को negative देगा here. ये तो हमने positive दिया. So inner one positive, outer one is negative. So if this is a positive, near to positive, we have a negative होगा. Negative and positive alternately आएगा simply. Now check करिए, अगर epsilon 1 epsilon 2 both are equal, so will you get original formula or not? Check करो. If epsilon 1 epsilon 2 both are equal, will you get original formula? आएगा कि नहीं? चेक करके बोलिए. If epsilon 1 is equal to epsilon 2 is equal to epsilon high, तो tell me what I will get my capacitance. Original formula आएगा कि नहीं? बोलो. Yes. Now then what happens now here? This C will get cancelled. Then we will get the original formula. आएगा ना this thing? Everybody. Like this. Now can you tell me now what type of connection of this capacitors here? What type of connection of this capacitors, you tell me. Here what type of connection, you tell me now here. This is the positive and this is a negative, and this is the positive negative. Yes, positive negatives connected. If I connect the negative positive connected means what type of connection I can say now here? Which is the series connection हो गया. So these are the series connection. बोलिए. Now even if you modify this thing here, so this formula में क्या आएगा? 1 by C is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 आएगा ना. Here what is C1 is a C1 which is given as 4 pi epsilon 1 by A minus 1 by C, and C2 which is given as 4 pi epsilon 2 by yes 1 by C minus 1 by B. चेक करिए. डन. आया सभी को? चलो जोर से बोलो बोलो यार, आवाज नहीं. चलो let's do the another type of analysis. Next. So अभी मैंने क्या किया? Here we have the spherical capacitors, inner radius is A, and we have the outer radius is B. तो now मैंने क्या किया इधर? So here like earlier मैंने ऐसा डिवाइड किया, right? This part is one type of medium, this part is another type of medium से मैंने fill किया. Now so this is how much this phase angle, it is phi 1, this angle is phi 2. Okay, where phi 1 plus phi 2, which is equal to 2 pi. Now you tell me now capacitance क्या होगा, tell me. So we have the formula that basically 4 pi epsilon by 1 by A minus 1 by B, right? This is the basic formula. Now this formula which we are modifying this thing as a 2 into 2 pi into epsilon by 1 by A minus 1 by B. Now you see this thing here, there ये 2 pi is there ना, ये 2 pi कहाँ से आया? 5 इससे आया. This 2 pi is there ना, this 2 pi is because इससे आया. So here now this value, so here phi 1 plus phi 2, that is a 2 pi here. इसीलिए हमने इसको modify करूँ, आना बोलिए. अभी how I can do, tell me now capacitance now here. See, which we can write this thing as a 2 into phi I am calling as phi 1, epsilon is epsilon 1 by 1 by A minus 1 by B, plus this is 2 into phi I can say this as a phi 2 epsilon 2 by 1 by A minus 1 by B. चेक करिए समझ में आ रहा कि नहीं, बोलो इधर. Where phi 1 plus phi 2 is equal to 2 pi. Phi 1 plus phi 2 which is equal to 2 pi. अगर ये भी चेक करिए, phi 1 is equal epsilon 1 is equal to epsilon 2, क्या होगा? If epsilon 1 epsilon 2 equal to epsilon है तो now you tell me what is the value will come, tell me. C. What I will get my C, tell me. असली फॉर्मूला आएगा कि नहीं, बोलो. अगर epsilon 1 is equal to epsilon 2 है तो then you will get the original formula, मिलेगा कि नहीं? बोलो यार, ये फॉर्मूला आएगा ना? Yes, that's the thing. That's the way we have simplified. Done everybody? Can you tell me what type of connection हो गया इधर? What type of connection is it? Can you tell me what type of connection is it? You tell me. So this part is 1. So here this part is one conductor and this part is alag. You tell me ये दोनों एक ही conductor है ना. अगर if I call this is the positive, this is the negative, and this is the positive, this is the negative. Positive is positive connected, negative negative connected. So a कौन सा type connection you tell me? That is a parallel connection. So this is a parallel हो गया. Then next one here. Previously हमने theta wise divide किया. Now we are going to see the something phi wise. Now the theta wise we are going to analyze it now here. Now here in case of a spherical system we have a parameters, we have r comma theta comma phi, isn't it? So theta wise we are going to do it now. Can you tell me theta limits now in the spherical system? 0 less than theta less than pi. हाँ ना बोलिए. 0 less than theta less than pi. Now can you tell me change in length along theta direction? You tell me. Which is given as r d theta. Yes or no? Yes, which is given as r d theta. So here if you see carefully, now in this case, now the change in length along r direction, so which is equal to, this is along r direction is dr, along theta is r d theta, along phi direction is what you tell me? R sin theta into d phi. All of you, when you are writing the volume in the differential volume, what I can write to tell me? R square sin theta dr d theta into d phi. Now you tell me now here this is r square into dr. This is the limits for r. Next sin theta into d theta. This is for theta limits. And then d phi, this is the phi limits. हाँ ना बोलिए. इसको we have the radius. This is for what you tell me theta. This is for phi. हाँ ना बोलिए. Phi limits are 0 to 2 pi. That's why we have divided into two parts we have divided. Now if you see carefully, so what I did now, I need to split this thing as a two parts. I have to split it now here. I want to split this thing as a two parts. See this thing how we want to split it now here. So theta is from 0 to, I want to split this thing as something theta 1 into sin theta into d theta plus, so this is from the theta 1 to, this is what I can say pi into sin theta into d theta. If I do this integration, क्या आएगा आप ही बोलिए. Sin theta integration, what I will get now here? Minus cos theta. Limits are 0 to theta 1. And then, so this is what now here? Minus cos theta. And the limits are, what we can say, theta 1 to pi. बोलिए क्या आएगा now here? So this will, because 1 minus cos theta 1 will come now, tell me all of you. And plus, either this is what will come, you tell me. What will come here? Cos pi is minus 1 now. So it is 1 plus cos theta आएगा. Check करो all of you. Everybody बोलिए. 1 minus cos theta 1, 1 plus cos theta 1. Is it fine to everybody? So that what I want to say here, that division will happens in case of a theta case division. It will happens two forms. One is 1 minus cos theta form. The other one is 1 plus cos theta form. Is it fine all of you? Tell me, ये बात समझ में आया? अगर दोनों को कंबाइन किया तो केवल 2 yes then will come, yes 2 will come. चेक करो. अभी मैंने क्या किया, you know, see the things what I did now here. So this is my spheres. We have spherical capacitor. Inner radius is A and the outer radius we have, that is B. अभी मैंने क्या किया, इधर मैंने थीटा वाइज डिवाइड किया. तो विथ रिस्पेक्ट थीटा मैंने डिवाइड कर दिया now here. Let us consider here. So here like this. Consider. like this. Consider here, this is from theta, if I say from 0 to something theta, and this is remaining. This part is theta, and this part will becomes what we can say, let us say theta 1, this is a theta 2 if I say. Where what is theta 1 plus theta 2, tell me? Which is equal to what we can say, pi. And if I say theta 2, which is equal to what we can say, now pi minus theta, now tell me? Pi minus theta. Now you tell me the capacitance, what I should write. What is the basic formula of capacitance, you tell me now here? That is 4 pi epsilon by 1 by A minus 1 by B. This 4 pi को मैंने कैसा split करो, बोलिए check करो. I am splitting this thing as a 2 into 2 pi into epsilon by 1 by A minus 1 by B. Here what are the variable parameters here? This is a variable quantity here. This is a variable quantity. 2 pi is because of the phi. Here I am changing theta have changed. Theta limits from where to where? 0 to pi. Now this 2 will changes as what we can tell me now here. One part is 1 minus cos theta, other part is 1 plus cos theta. This is with epsilon 1 and this is epsilon 2. Now tell me the capacitance, what I can write to tell me? Capacitance, what we can say now here, 2 pi constant, epsilon is epsilon 1 and this part is what I can say here, 1 minus cos theta by 1 by A minus 1 by B plus, which is 2 pi, epsilon is epsilon 2 into, now it is 1 plus cos theta by what I can say here, 1 by A minus 1 by B. सोच के बोलिए ना सभी ने, ये बात क्लियर हुआ कि नहीं? हाँ. Everybody? Now, अगर epsilon 1 is equal to epsilon 2, both are equal height, then we'll get it as what now original formula आएगा. We'll get the another basic formula will come, isn't it? Done. हाँ ना बोलिए, समझ में आ रहा कि नहीं? बोलो सभी को, जोर से बोल. This is the way to analyze it. अगर if they want to give the tough questions, they may frame the spherical में frame करेगा. If they want to give the hard questions, अभी तक सो इतना टफ नहीं आया, बट लेकिन शायद आएगा. चलिए, fine. Yeah, that's for the today's class. All of you do revise the things. If you have any doubts, we'll discuss in the next class. Okay then, see you. Bye bye. Take care. Good night.